All right, guys, welcome back. I want to give an in-depth breakdown of the Ravens game and exactly what happened, especially to all my Ravens fans. Everyone's saying that it's Roquan Smith's fault. That is not the case. Our D-line play was atrocious in this game. We constantly got gapped out. And then some of Zach Orr's schemes are not great either. All right, so I want you to watch this play right here. Roquan is an A-gap player. 40 is a C-gap player here. All right, we have a shade. We have a 3 technique, B-gap, A-gap fitters. Okay, we're pretty good on this side of the field. Now, who is our B gap defender? He's actually out of the picture, right? We have a slot corner, Marlon Humphrey, and then Malachi Starks is the safety that's back. They're expecting those guys to take B gap bubble. When the ball snaps, watch what happens. We lose A gap, okay? So now they've created 2 open gaps to run, and 95 is doing a great job of keeping his edge. Now we're expecting 2 DBs to come fit this. Watch what happens to Malachi Starks here. They do a great job. He gets cracked, and now Marlon Humphrey's trying to fit B gap with a tackle in his way, and he's got one of the best running backs in the league coming at him. Then we're just talking about some open field tackling, right? We get good pass drops here, okay? We're in cover 3. We got 4 under, 3 deep. Now watch what happens. Simple check down, right? Should be tackled for maybe 2 yards. Here's what happens. Roquan goes, open field tackle. He tries to break down a little too early. He could have closed more ground, but that's not the worst part, right? He gets him to bounce out thinking that he has help either side. So this is called a vice tackle, right? I got this side, you got this side. Don't let him on your outside shoulder. Watch what happens here. He overruns it, loses his outside leverage. He's now a failed force player. He's supposed to force this ball back to Roquan, and it's an easy tackle. It's 1st and 10 right here. They're going to get 5 yards on it, and we can play the next play. But watch what happens. He gets out leveraged. Now this ball bounces, and it's an easy 1st down. All right, this is where I talk about Zach Orr's alignments, okay? So typically we got a tight end and we got a sniff, okay? They're on the same side. Typically our alignment is going to be a Will backer here, Mike backer in a 50, and then we're going to have some sort of safety body roll down to fit B gap, okay? Well, right here, we have no one in A gap. I don't know if it's a bust by the linebackers. I don't know if this is the game plan, but off the snap, Roquan's put in a situation. He either has here or here. So what he's trying to do is play off this double. The problem is this double gets pushed all the way back into his lap, and now he gets caught in all the mess, right? We still have an open C gap here and an open A gap here. That's tough to do, especially when that double team gets in your lap. I want y'all to watch this, right? They just traded the sniff over. They hopped him over, right? We're in an over front. We got a 3 technique. We got a shade, okay? When they shift this over, typically a good defense, we're going to shift over with them. We're going to get a 3 and we're going to get a shade here. Wrong, all right? We end up getting a 9 technique. We leave the shade, we leave the 3, and now we have an open B gap and an open C gap that we're expecting him to fill. Guess what? This is the best lineman in football. He gets a free release. That is never a good thing, okay? Roquan's thinking, I've got to fit B gap. Guess where this ball hits? C gap. And the Lions do a really good job with their receivers of coming to crack these safeties. Notice Kyle Hamilton's here to come fit. Watch what happens. 11 does a really good job of cutting that off. And that's how the 70-yard run was created. So we're moving at the snap, okay? Our gaps are kind of exchanging. At the snap, he almost appears to have this gap, even though it should be here, here, and here, right? Again, what did I say about our tackles here? They played terrible. Watch what happens to 98. He's an A-gap player. Watch what happens. You've got to be able to take on the double team, but off the snap, he buries his head into the middle of the center. So now he's gapped out, okay? Once the double comes off, Roquan has B gap. Guess what? We are gapped out. He's out of his gap. Eyes are in the wrong spot. Now 40 has to overcorrect and get to the extra gap created by the Lions. And some of this is just great execution by the Lions, but that's why they were able to run the ball at night. It really